I'm going to show you this really simple quick makeup today. It's a heat wave, and at the same time I want my makeup to look nice because I'm going out this evening. So I've gone for really simple washes of colour that if it gets sweaty through the day, they're all quite cream formulas. I can just press them back into place, nothing's too hard to maintain, and the purple goes with a dress I'm wearing later, so I hope you enjoy. So I've already got some makeup on because I did some filming for It Cosmetics this morning. We've just launched the Do It All concealer, so I did a little comparison. This side has a little bit of Do It All concealer to cover redness. This side has some Bye Bye Under Eye concealer. I've got lips, brows, eyes, that kind of thing. I'm very mindful that we're right in the middle of a heat wave, so I don't want anything too heavy, but I'm going to Space NK this evening in Birmingham. They're opening, and I want to make some videos and kind of show you around and stuff, so I want my makeup to last. Now, I prepped my skin. There's a fly going around, by the way, if that starts to drive you mad, I hear you. I prepped my skin with Confidence in a Cream Gel Lotion, which is more of a lightweight, oil-free cream. It just kind of goes like that. Very good for managing oil. So that'll be a nice one for a long, long day. And I'm just now buffing in some Original CC cream. This is the shade Fairlight, and I'm just going to take this pretty much all over the complexion. I am mindful that I've already put that concealer on, but just to create like a uniform wash, I'm going to put this all over, and I'm using a little Peaches and Cream PC18 brush. So one of the things I'm going to use today actually is the Peaches blushes and highlighters, which are really, really lovely. I'm very much leaning into just focusing on nice complexion makeup at the moment, for the main reason that my eyes really water at this time of year. It's such a shame. Like, you know how much I love my bright eye makeup, but in the summer months, I don't know if it's the sun or that I'm wearing more SPF and topping it up more. I don't know what the situation is, but it really, really does impact my eyes. So I'm also mindful that a lot of the things I've shown you recently have been a bit more on the expensive side, and these are all affordable, really lovely, large pots, lovely colours, so we'll have a little play. Now I'm just going to use some of my Drunk Elephant bronzing drops on the outer parameters of my face. And I'm using the same brush here. I'm buffing off any excess. I told my nephews there was something going on earlier, and they were upstairs, and I said, listen, I'm just going to do this really quick bit of filming because I was doing the It stories, and we're all in keeping with our times. I said I just need to do a few quick things and then we'll all be together. And they'd fallen out, not fallen out, but like they had a little tiff a minute ago, and I said, right, can you tell me your side of the story, please? And I said to the other one, can you tell me your side of the story? And to be honest, it kind of sounded like you could see both of their sides. There wasn't one clear protagonist here. So I said, right, listen, please do me a favour. I just have to finish this last bit of stuff, and then I'm all yours, I'm free. And I hear you, it's getting a bit tight up here. If anything kicks off again, can you just do me a favour and go in the garden, have a minute, you know, take a breather in the garden, and we can all talk about it when I'm finished. And sure enough, I've got two sultry boys walking around the garden that I can oversee. So I am going to be quick here so I can go back and mediate whatever's gone on now. They seem in good spirits. I don't think it's that bad. There definitely looks to be some sort of crisis revolution going on. Not revolution, what's that I'm looking for? Resolution. And the cats are out there, so they've found them. So, you know, there's all sorts of good news to distract them. Anyway, love these drops. Absolutely fab. For me, being fairer, I can use them in this way like a bronzer. If you have warmer skin, they have like a glow to them, like a pearly glow. So even on like warmer, deep black skin, they will give you like a luminous finish. They won't obviously show up in this way like a bronzer would, but they're lovely for adding a bit of radiance to the complexion. And Drunk Elephant themselves say you can use them on their own. You could mix them into your moisturiser. There's lots of different ways to get the best out of them. So I'm now going to try a little bit of Peaches blush in Seashell. I'm scooping this. Oh my God, I went to scoop it and it is so, it's because it's so warm probably. This is Mitchell's spatula, which I really like. And I'm going to put some blush on the back of my hand, all with this same tiny little brush, buffing away the excess. And I'm just going to start by patting a little bit of this, just kind of into the fuller parts of the cheeks. I kind of want to deposit the colour first, and then with what's left on the brush, I will soften it out. So see how it's just, the concentrated colour is right there. I feel like I've given that a bit of a linear finish, but I will soften it out with some highlighter balm next. Lovely, easy to blend, nice and soft. They have lots of different shades in this as well. I'll just check in that mirror there. Lovely. Then I'm going to use the, where are we? The Moonlight highlighter balm. And I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush for this one. Maybe like a PC30. And I'm warming it up on the back of my hand first. I think I'm going to need a bit more of that. Warming it up on the back of my hand first. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer parts of the face. And this kind of thing is going to be really lovely for the heat wave, because we're just leaning into what is already going to be quite a dewy, glowy kind of day. And I'm going right up through the brow bone, although I actually have something already lined up for that brow bone. But for now, I'm just going for the high points of the skin. I don't think I've done that symmetrically, but never mind. I've got a crisis to manage here. I'm sure we'll live that I haven't got perfectly symmetrical blusher. I'm going to use, so I got this lovely dress on Vinted months ago, and it's like a it's quite autumnal colours actually, like plummies, purples, that kind of thing. So I'm going to use the Bobbi brown eyeshadow stick in Lavender, because I think it will really bring out the colours in the dress. I'm going to take this all over and then buff it out softly. Just a nice little wash of something different. I've recently gone a bit darker with my hair, which like I thought hell would freeze over before I ever did that. It's kind of been an accident all year. I missed an appointment around Christmas time and my roots got a bit bigger. And then I thought, oh, it looks quite nice. I might leave it as a bit of an ombre type of thing. And then as the year has gone on, I've just embraced the slightly darker colour more. And then the more I've embraced it, like my hair is naturally dry and coarse. I've dyed it blonde for years. I do heat style it a fair bit, but even when I don't heat style it, like I remember it being quite coarse even when I was very little. But since I've been letting it get a bit darker, it's easier to manage. I find that when I let it dry naturally, it's less frizzy. I'm just trying to figure out what is best to do with it. So anyway, I'm quite happy to have this darker hair colour, but because of it, I feel like I can experiment with my colours all over again because they look different than they would have before. And I feel like one of the things that I'm really excited to do is try these kind of tones, because I think my eyes look a bit different now that my hair's darker, and so the likes of this purple just helps to bring them out a bit and capture them. So now, as a bit of a highlighter, I'm going to use the Half Magic Sparklestik in Champagne Snowflake. And what I love about this is it's really particularly high shine, shimmery. So it's really kind of like Y2K situation. It's just a very pretty, almost like a snowy ice queen kind of colour. So I'm going to take that on the inner corners also. and on the brow bones, and just go for this kind of princess ethereal colour scheme. And like, that is so soft, but I actually feel like it's so lovely. And the nice thing with a shadow stick, if that smudges in any way or gets a bit clumpy, I mean, look, my hair is even sweaty and everything. It's so, so warm. The nice thing with that is I can just smudge it back into place and it will be fine. I'm gonna finish with a little bit of powder as well. Let me find some, because I just think in this weather, it's better to have thrown everything at it and try and get it all locked in. I'm gonna use another PC30 and my It Cosmetics by Pores. And rather than powdering the whole face, that's the last thing I wanna do. I just want to take away the shine anywhere that I don't particularly want to feel sweaty, which tends to be a few of these little spots towards the centre of the face. And then I will lock all of this in with my setting spray, which I don't have to hand. And you'll see all the dress and everything in a bit, because what I'll probably do is put this video up later in the week, because I'll put my Space NK one up the day I go there. But yeah, you'll see the dress by the time this goes up, so I hope you can see what the inspo was. But anyway, have a lovely rest of the day. I know that was just a quick one, but to be honest, I'm a bit here and there for the next few weeks, so I feel like I'll just have a little chat with you and get ready where I can. And then from September, my plan is just, because basically all my musical things that I've booked, like different festivals and things, will be finished by September, so we'll be back to the usual chats and makeup and what have you. But until then, maybe we'll do a few little swing bys in between. But anyway, have a lovely rest of your day and I'll chat to you soon.